Hello, Shay here. I'm very zoomed in. I know some folks like to see the actual close-up diamond painting and want to see me actually placing drills. So I've got you very zoomed in. But welcome to this week's Whip and Chat. WIP is WIP, stands for work in progress. And so I'm gonna diamond paint for an hour and just catch y'all up and find out how you're doing and just let you know what's been going on in my world. If you're new here, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you stay. I hope you subscribe. Love to have you. And if you're returning and you've come back again, thank you so much for coming back. Really do appreciate y'all just watching my videos, liking them, and of course, subscribing. Love to have you guys. All right, so let's talk about what I'm using, okay? So I'm doing a diamond painting, as you can see in front of me. And this is a Diamond Art Club painting, and it's Cauldron of Mer. And you've got this mermaid singing a cauldron. You can see her tail sticking out. I am on, let's see, I've got this square, this one next to it, and then I've got one row left. So I'm almost there, y'all. I'm at her face right now. Isn't this beautiful? Whoa. Yeah, she's got this, just these beautiful, neon green eyes, and I've been adding some crystals in her hair right here. We're actually gonna be working on some crystals right now. I'm gonna be adding some more strips of purple crystals in her hair right here. So yes, let's see. Today is Thursday for me, October 20th, and it will be the same day for y'all. Sometimes I film these the day before, but here lately I've kind of just been doing it the day of. I'm able to get it all edited and put out same day. So it does take a little bit of time. So I'm just gonna start jumping in. I'm just gonna start diamond painting, y'all. I haven't diamond painted at all today, so I'm very excited to get to it. What time is it for me? It's 9:45 in the morning. So y'all let me know how you are. Let me know what you're up to, how you're doing, what'd you do during this time that we were hanging out. A lot of times I'll do chores that I don't wanna do. And I'm like, okay, I'll listen to a whip and chat. It's almost like an audiobook, right? Kind of like a podcast. So, some people like to watch, but other folks just like to listen. So hopefully I can help y'all out. But a lot of times I'll put on a whip and chat if I have to do laundry or clean someone's room or, do all the things. So if you're new here, I have gotten some new folks lately, it seems like. Let me just do a quick introduction. My name is Shay. I live in Texas. I recently had a birthday, y'all, in September. I'm 48 years old. I'm a stay-at-home mom, 3 kids, 2 dogs, 1 bunny, one hamster. So that's kind of my stats right there. I am married. What else, y'all? I think that's it. I just celebrated our anniversary. We just, this past week, we celebrated 12 years. But we've been together over 20 years. So we've known each other a long time, y'all. Long time. All right, so where shall we begin? Let's see. I told y'all about my diamond painting, but I didn't tell you what else I'm using. I'm just getting ahead of myself. I just want to jump right in. I am using, my pen today is from Enablers Outpost, and I'll have all these people listed down below. So if y'all are interested in any of these products, go check them out. This has got purple, it's purple and it's got the black holographic bats inside. I thought it was great for Halloween. I did get this from a mystery Halloween box from them. I love it. So that's my pen for today. I am using their something new that I've never used before. I ordered their chit, C-H-I-T. It's Romanian for putty is what it means. And it's just a really cool putty and it's scented. I got cinnamon. So I'm using that in my multi-placer and I just have a thin white plastic multi-placer. I like these. And then I have glue dots, micro glue dots in my single placer. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be using. And I'm using a purple Munimade Tray. It's one of her smaller trays. Love that. And for my drill storage, y'all, this is gonna be very zoomed in. Ooh, yes, look at all the colors. Yes, this is from Craftibly, and it's their bead storage system. I think they're currently sold out, but y'all definitely go check out Craftibly. If you're new here and you already don't know, you're probably tired of me talking about it, but I love Craftibly. Y'all know this. I am an affiliate. So if you are curious about Craftibly and you want to go check out to see if they have their drill storage in stock, be sure and use my code. I've got some information down below in the description. New customer codes, links to use if you're a returning customer. So definitely go check them out. All right. So what else, y'all? I think that's it. Yeah, I got my coffee. Boop. I have a bagel. Half-eaten bagel. Yeah. I started to eat it and I was like, yeah, I want to do my whip and chat. I'm feeling like diamond painting, so I'm going to do it. All right, so let's see. How shall we begin? I think I've talked about all the things I'm using. Yep. And if y'all have any questions about anything, never hesitate to send me a message. I get back to everybody. I try to send me an email if you don't want to put it in the comments. But if you have any questions or any content you'd like to see, any how-tos or tips and tricks, just let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. Okay, so today's Thursday for me, so let's back up because my last whip and chat was last Thursday. Let's see. So first off, foremost, I wanted to thank everybody for all your unbelievably kind messages from my last whip and chat. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what I would do without this community. Y'all have really got me through some tough times, and this is just another testament, on how amazing y'all are and how much we really truly do come together when someone needs it. And that's what I experienced. So for those of you that are new and you might not know what I'm talking about, I won't get too much into it, but I'll just kind of do the Cliff Notes version. My oldest, who's 17, was struggling with some intrusive thoughts and was, getting high every day, smoking marijuana. So we checked him into a inpatient behavioral hospital, and he was there for a week. And then now, today, as a matter of fact, I just dropped him off about 30 minutes ago. He's now in an outpatient program. It's called a PHP, and that's partial hospitalization program. And it's like the next steps after you do inpatient. And what they do is, it's really cool. Like I said, we just left and we talked to the nurse. They have therapists, psychiatrists, nurses, an educational liaison, someone that works with the school. So they're going to help him get caught up on his schoolwork because he is failing several classes. Let's see. He has been out of the hospital since October 11th. So we've been doing individual therapy. We did find a family therapist, and we've been meeting with her every other day. So we've seen her about 4 or 5 times now. The first initial visit, it was the 3 of us. So my husband and I and him. And his name is Ryan, by the way, for those of you that are new. That's my oldest. And he, we had a really good session. And then after that, he went in by himself. And then I went with him after that. He just kind of picks, if he wants me in there or not. And I'll always be with him. So I'll always drive him there. And then he decides if he wants me to come in. We did decide to stop the therapy for now because he is starting this, inpatient program. And that's just a lot of therapy. He's there for 6.5 hours. So it's essentially like a school day. And it's 4 to 6 week program. And it sounds amazing. I'm really, really hopeful. Today's his first day. We did have to wait a little bit to get a spot because they were full. So this past week, we just kind of hung out. So we'll talk about that. But last Thursday, let me back up. Last Thursday, we did his first assessment with this facility. And we had an appointment. We went in there, did the assessment. And yeah, it sounded good. They just didn't have a spot for us. And they said they had a spot at another location that was about 30 minutes away, and we could start the very next day. We could start on Friday of last week. But this other one that he started at today is only about 9 minutes from our house. And we're talking about him going every day for 4 to 6 weeks. And we just thought we don't want the added stress of, him trying to get there, 30-minute drive there and 30-minute drive back. I actually have to drive him for the first little bit until he gets cleared to be able to drive on his own. So right now it's me driving, which I didn't mind driving, but he didn't really want to do 30 minutes away. And so we just waited. And during the time we had to wait, we just kind of hung out. So that was Thursday. We did the assessment. Let's see. Friday, I had to take Margot, one of my pups. I've got 2 Boston Terriers. I had to take Margot, our female Boston, take her to the vet. She was due for, it's kind of just an annual, if you will, like blood work and some vaccinations. So did that. That went well. There was no problems there. And then after I got home, Ryan and I went to Walmart. We wanted to do some grocery shopping, and I have really enjoyed having him run errands with me because, I'm home essentially by myself during the week. The kids are at school, and, I have to do all the grocery shopping and all the chasing around by myself. I mean, I take my Patreons with me, but, I don't have anybody to help me, load up the cart, unload the cart, do all the things. So it's been really, really nice to have help and just to have someone with me, you know, and just to chat with somebody and not be alone. So we went to Walmart, got some groceries, and then after that we went to lunch. We went to Panera and we sat outside because y'all, here in Texas, it's cooled off and it is gorgeous outside. Now it is going to warm up again up to the 80s, but I'm going to take it. We've had a good week and a half, I would say, of like 70s, and it's like 50s in the morning. It's so nice, y'all. It feels like fall. So we sat outside and we just talked, and we've been talking so much and just spending so much time together that we're almost trying to find, now that, you know, several days have gone by since he's been out of the hospital, we've been trying to find a happy medium, right? Of like, because at first he was spending like 90% of his time with me, which is fine. I didn't mind at all. But I just didn't know if that was like sustainable or if that's something that we should be doing as far as like, you know, how much time should we be spending together? You know, I didn't know, and neither did he. And I can tell he was, you know, but whatever he needed, I think I'm like his comfort person maybe. And so, you know, we spent a lot of time together. We went to Walmart, did lunch. And then what else happened on Friday? And then he went with me to pick up Lou from school. And he actually hid in the back seat under a blanket, and he was trying to surprise her. But she caught on. As soon as she got in the car, she's like, she saw his drink and his cards. He's really gotten into playing cards and doing like card tricks. And if y'all are my live on Sunday, you might have seen him. He popped in for a few minutes and did a card trick. But he's really been watching a lot of YouTube videos and really gotten into cards. So when we were at Walmart, he actually bought a couple of cool deck of cards. So yeah, it's really cool. We've been having a lot of fun playing all types of games. Our favorite game is Crazy Eights. We play that quite a bit. Played a couple rounds yesterday. Let's see, he always brings his card with him wherever we go. And if we have some downtime, we'll play. You know, because we're doing a lot of doctor's appointments. So it's, you know, in the waiting room, we'll do it. As long as it's not bothering anybody. You know, like shuffling the deck and doing all that. So that was, let's see, what else? We picked up Lou from school. Then that's when we kind of found out from the facility that they weren't going to have an opening until the 24th is what they told us, right? So we were like, okay, we're going to figure out something to do for a week. We were kind of stressing out. We both were. I especially was stressing out as far as attendance. I thought, okay, if this facility doesn't have, you know, an opening for us for another week, a little over a week, how is it going to work with school? You know, I didn't want to get a truancy, you know, I didn't want to be called in for truancy and get in trouble and have him have all these unexcused absences. So the facility contacted us, and the educational hospital liaison woman over there, she has been amazing. I need to email her boss. She's been like the one person that's been like there for us from the very beginning, and she works with the school district. And I've been very impressed because what they do is she goes, you know what? Don't worry about school. I'll take care of it. I'll tell them that you're doing your due diligence. You're just waiting for a spot to open up. Try to have him work on any schoolwork if he can, which y'all, he didn't. He hasn't done anything in like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. So it'll be interesting today when he's at the facility. They spend 2 hours doing schoolwork and getting caught up. But what I like is she said that they cut out all the busy work and they just do like the core, you know, essentials that he needs for grades. So hopefully he'll get caught up because y'all, he's a senior this year and it's important. You know, we gotta finish his year out somehow, finish it out. So let's see. We found out Friday. So that was good to kind of go into the weekend knowing that he was going to be okay for school, and we were just kind of be waiting to hear back from them. You know, and she said either the 24th or possibly even sooner if an opening, you know, popped open. So, and that's what happened. All right. So Saturday, let's see, early in the morning, at 9:00 in the morning, Rye had therapy. That was one of his family therapy sessions, his family therapist. And I went in with him. We had a great session. And I was crying them. And she always, as soon as she sees me tearing up and grabbing a tissue, she automatically looks at me and says, okay, what's bringing on this emotion? What's this? And I'm like, gosh, she hones in on it as soon as you get emotional. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about him. And I just told her that I'm proud of him. And, you know, I try to keep it together. And sometimes I'm vulnerable I try to be as vulnerable as I can during those therapy sessions. So we can get as much as we can out of them, you know, and we're covering everything and they're helpful. So we went and did that on Saturday morning. And after that, Nate and Ryan, so Nate is my 16-year-old. So Ryan washed his car first with my husband. They went out there and washed the cars together. because it was beautiful outside. So Ryan washed his car, and then it was Nate's turn, and he washed his truck, which I have to tell y'all something real quick. So excited. If y'all been following Nate's journey on his license, he hasn't been driving. He has no interest. My husband thought it was kind of weird. We're like, well, we couldn't wait to get our license. I mean, if y'all were like that too, remember when you got your license, you were like, I'm out of here, right? You were gone. Not this kid. And I kind of was hearing that from other people, that a lot of the kids these days don't, you know, I sound so old when I say that. These days really aren't like raring to go like we were to when they get their license. And he was one of those kids. And I thought, is he ever going to drive? Y'all, yesterday, he drove to school for the first time, and he drove home, and it went well. And he drove this morning. So he's actually driving now, which is crazy. So I'm so proud of him. He's leaving really early, so he doesn't have to deal with any traffic or all the school craziness in the morning. And he just chills out in his truck, you know, until it's time to go in. But he's so responsible. He's my responsible one. He's got his head on straight, and he just does what he needs to do. Gets up on his own, gets himself out. I mean, he cooks for himself. He's my middle child, and I try not to forget about him because he's so self-sufficient and so quiet and so like just easygoing. But Nate's amazing. So he's been driving, so that's been good. It's like feels like it's a natural progression of what's supposed to happen when your child gets their license, which is funny because you would think as a parent, I wouldn't want him to drive, right? Because I'm scared and there's, you know, a lot of anxiety around it. But, you know, I've already been through that with Ryan, and I'm like, you know, it's just part of growing up, and they've got to learn, they've got to do it, you know, and he's super cautious, and, you know, you're not going to get any better unless you do it. So I'm glad he's finally getting out there and he's on the road. So let's see, they washed their cars, and then Saturday night we had dinner, and then we played a game, all 5 of us. So my daughter Lou, who's 10, and then my husband and I, we all sat down around the table, and we played, my husband was teaching us how to play blackjack, how to play 21, and then we also played poker. So we had family game night. Sorry, I had to get a sip of coffee, which we normally don't do that. And that's one thing we've been talking about in therapy. You know, we all kind of have our own things to do. You know, I dye and paint in my craft room. The boys, you know, kind of isolate in their bedrooms. They both have a computer and they game all the time. You know, my daughter, like Lou, she's always out playing with friends or on her iPad or doing her own thing. My husband's working. So we all have done a really, really bad job of just kind of going in our own directions and not spending a lot of time together. So happy that we, you know, have been really, really trying. And I haven't been diamond painting as much, and I've really been trying to be more present. That's one of my goals. And Ryan, you know, obviously he's trying to stay out of his room more. So is Nate. So the fact that they went out and washed their cars on Saturday was huge, because normally they can spend all day, you know, their rooms. So, and it's just not healthy. So we're trying to find a good balance of spending time together, you know, doing family things, and then, you know, having your alone time. So it's been good, but it's been a learning experience. You know, we're all trying to learn these new habits. So let's see. So we had game night. That was a lot of fun. And then I tried to get some chores done because Randee was coming over. My girl, if y'all don't know who that is, she's got a YouTube channel. She's my best friend. And her channel name is You Can Call Me Butter. So if you have not checked her out, I will link her down in the description, because I feel so bad. She was on my live on Sunday, and I never even mentioned her channel, or for y'all to, because I had another guest. I was like, I never even mentioned her channel or asked y'all to check her out if you haven't already. I felt so bad. And I know she never, you know, she's not, you know, looking for me to do that, obviously, but I definitely want to show her some love. And, you know, she's got a great, great channel. So definitely go check her out. So let's see. She came over on Sunday. And let's see, what time did she come over? She came over at 12. So at 12 o'clock, she came over, and we had a plan. I had made reservations for us. I made an appointment for us for 2 pedicures at 12:30 at a nail salon up the street. So, and we couldn't tell Lou, my 10-year-old, because if she knew I was getting a pedicure, she's super girly and she loves nail stuff, she'd want to go with us. And I really wanted to spend some time with Randee, and just, you know, we haven't seen each other in a couple of weeks, and she's just been, I have to say, y'all, talk about, without getting emotional, talking about having someone have your back and having a friend there for you, that's Randee. She, checked in with me all the time during, everything that was going on. Always made sure that I knew that she was there. If I needed anything, she would drop whatever she was doing and come to me and come help me with whatever I needed. She also gave me my space, and she didn't get upset when she would message me and I wouldn't message her back. She knew how to just, I don't know. She's just a good friend. I don't know how, I'm just describing a good friend. And she was really, really there for me. And I just can't thank her enough. So if she's listening, I love you. And I hope I can do that for you one day. And I hope that I'm there for you in the same way that you were there for me. And that goes for all of y'all. I just can't thank you enough. But Randee's like my emotional support person is how I describe her. And I really needed her on Sunday. I needed her on my live. I needed to spend time with her. I've been home a lot and it was nice to get out. So we went and did our pedicures. She's something else. Now, we've never had pedicures. We've never gone and done that together. We'll do lunch and she'll come over and we're diamond paint, but we really haven't done pedicures yet. So I was curious what type of pedicure person she was. And I've learned a lot. So we sit down and, we get 2 chairs next to each other, of course. And she's got the massage thing going. She's trying to figure that out. And then they hand us the menu, the pedicure menu, y'all. They've got the classic, which is like your cheapest one, right? And then they have they've got I don't know if you can see the top of my diamond painting that I'm working on. Let me zoom out just a tad. And then they've got the middle of the road, right? And then they've got the high end, but then they've got like the deluxe, right? The 20-minute massage with the hot stones, the real orange peels. You name it. So I'm looking, I'm like, I'm just going to get the classic because that's kind of how I roll, y'all. I'm pretty, I just do the classic, $29. It's a treat and I don't really need all the bells and whistles, I guess. I want them, but I was like, yeah. So I asked her, I'm like, which one are you going to get? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, what? She's looking at all the other ones. So she's like, I think I'm going to go for the deluxe. I was like, what? All right. I see you. So girl, we just like hung out and just enjoyed ourselves. We were there for like an hour and we just got our feet massaged and our toes looking pretty. They look so pretty. So it was nice. So our plan was after that was to go have sushi. So there's a sushi restaurant near my house that she really likes that we go to whenever she comes over. And we hopped over there because it was right across the street from the pedicure place. I kind of had it all planned out. And so about 1:30, we pop over there and we noticed the open sign's not lit up. And I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. And it was Sunday. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me they're closed on Sundays. They don't open till 4. So I was like, oh man. So I was like, ooh, I have a backup plan. There's another sushi place across the street in a different shopping center. I was like, let's go check that out. She's never been there and we eat there a lot. It's good. Or we get like takeout from there. Pull up to that spot and they don't open till 2:00. And y'all, it was like 1:40 and I was like, oh, we could sit here for like 20 minutes, but we didn't really want to do that. And, I had my live at 4 and we kind of wanted to get back and get settled and be prepared for that. So I said, okay, I have one more idea. There's a Mexican restaurant that I've never been to. It's new. I don't know if it's any good. I said, I think my husband's been there, and I think he liked it. Y'all, I was wrong. Yes, my husband has been there, but I was wrong about him saying it was good. He said it was all right after we get home so it was, Randee described it perfectly. It was a sad Chipotle is basically what it was, y'all. It was sad. But there was this goofy guy behind us in line because it's kind of like one of those, it's kind of like Chipotle where you like go through the line and you pick out like what you want and you pick all your toppings and everything. Well, we were trying to figure out the menu. We were looking and there was this guy behind Randee and he said something to us. He must have overheard I don't know what we were talking about, but he's like, and I looked at him and I said, have you ever been here before? Because I was going to ask him what he gets if he's been here. And he's like, oh, every day. And they're like, hey, Mike. And they like knew him by name. It was like being at Cheers. This guy knew everybody and they knew him. So talk about like the person to talk to. It was so funny. So he recommended this one thing that I didn't see on the menu. And I got it and it was all right. It was just, it's kind of a meh, place. I won't go back again, that's for sure. So we did it. You know, it didn't really matter what we were eating. We just got to spend some time together and we just caught up, y'all. We just had girl time and just caught up. So then we got home around about 2:30, I guess, 2:30, 3 o'clock. And Randee had brought her diamond painting because we thought we were going to diamond paint at some point. But once we got home, we realized that it was only like, it was going to be less than an hour until the live started. So she never pulled out her diamond painting. Nope. We actually just sat in my craft room and caught up and talked some more. And then we got on the live a little early because Mia was my guest. And if y'all haven't checked it out yet, go check out that live. Love Mia. She's a fairly new creator. And I like to help out. That's how I try to give back to the community, is by helping out the newer folks to get some exposure and help them out. So yeah. And so Mia was on. And so we got on about like 10 minutes early to be able to make sure that the audio and the camera, and because it was her first time to go live on StreamYard. She does go live on her channel, which, by the way, I'll link her down below. So if y'all missed her on Sunday and you want to go check her out, please do. She lives in Denmark and she is hilarious, y'all. She's a hoot. She's like one of those people that when you see her, she looks real like mild and timid and sweet. And she's all those things, right? But they kind of get you with the zingers, you know? They'll like drop an F-bomb or say something like, and you're like, what? What? Did they just say it? She's super funny. I didn't realize how funny she was until the live. So love her. Randee and I had a great time with her. So we did that from 4 to 5. And then she was going to stay for dinner, but Randee's husband was going to be getting home. He had been out of town all weekend. So she wanted to get home, and she'd been, over here since noon. So I understand. So she left. Plus the kids had school the next day, and, it's kind of a school night. So I had to make dinner. But when I go downstairs after the live and walk her out, my husband we were going to do make your own pizzas, and he had all the things chopped up, all the things cut. It was amazing. And I didn't have to do too much. I just kind of like turned the oven on and put the crusts in, and everybody kind of made their own pizzas. So we did make your own pizza night, which was fun. And that was kind of the weekend. It was a great weekend. No complaints, a little bit of everything. Family time, friend time. Yeah, so really, really good weekend. All right, I think I need to change colors. I'm loving her hair, y'all, in this painting. Y'all stop what you're doing. If you're diamond painting, look at her hair. Like all the different strips, and I'm adding the crystals. Yeah, I had those purple crystals right here. Yeah, I think those are turning out really good. And then the pink. Yeah. And then I added some blue crystals on this side, which I need to continue doing that on this side. That reminds me. Which crystal did I use, y'all? Ooh, that's the hard part. I'm really bad. I don't write anything down. So I have to like pick it off to see what symbol. Oh, it was that symbol. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just winging it, basically. I am totally winging it. All right, so let me grab that crystal. I think it's 823. So I've got my little box here of ABs and all the thingy-majiggies. What is it again? 823. Hold on, y'all. I can't do this and talk at the same time. 823. Okay. Ooh, navy blue. That's really pretty. I got these from Shimmering Canvas, by the way. So if you're looking for crystals, she sent these to me during our Wizard of Oz event. And yeah, Dawn over there at Shimmering Canvases is great. So I will definitely link her down below since I'm using all her crystals. She sent me some samples to give away, and I kept a few. All right, so where are we? So that was Sunday. So good weekend. Y'all let me know how your weekend was. I want to know. I want to know, y'all. I'm super nosy. Let's see. Monday. So Monday, Nate and Lou got off to school, and I've been taking Nate until yesterday because, Ryan's been home. So Ryan and I went shopping. We went, let's see, was it Monday or Tuesday? Monday. Oh, Ryan had an orthodontist appointment. I figured since he's out of school, let's catch up on some of these doctor's appointments that I had been putting off. So here's the deal. So as far as braces are concerned, when my kids go to the dentist, the dentist has never said, yeah, I think they need braces. It's always like it's kind of up to you. I think it would just be cosmetic if they want to do it. And no one has really expressed any interest, except for Ryan. He kind of mentioned it in passing a few times. And I noticed when he did his senior photos, And just when he smiles for pictures, he doesn't show his teeth. And I thought maybe he's, maybe he does want to fix a little something. I mean, his teeth are straight, but he could use a little bit of an adjustment if he wanted it. And so I'd been putting off going to the orthodontist because they had their wisdom teeth taken out in December of last year. And I'm like, okay, that's more important. Let's do the wisdom teeth. And then I was going to do the orthodontist. And y'all, I just never did. So bad. So I made the appointment. And so him and I went and did that Monday. Really, really nice orthodontist. Great experience. Got a quote, how much it's going to be. And we're going to do it. He's like, if Ryan wants to do it, let's do it. So we're going to get him braces. And we are going to, I actually need to call them today because, with what he's doing right now for the outpatient program, he can't miss anything for 4 to 6 weeks. So we're not doing it right now, but I figured we could do it over Christmas break. And that way he wouldn't miss any school. And she said that they are open during that time. And that's when we did the wisdom teeth, and it was great. Because, he has to go get, they do a mold of your teeth and, all that stuff. If you've had braces or have kids that have had braces, then you know what I'm talking about. But it was all new to me. It was really cool. They took, I've never seen his teeth this close up. I mean, they took some close up pictures and they had him on the screen and they were showing us everything. So yeah, they're going to be able to get his teeth a little bit straighter and, whatever makes him feel better and more confident is what we're going for. So, because that's one of the things he said he's struggling with. So again, anything we can do, we're just doing all the things, y'all. So we did that Monday. We went and did that. And then, like I mentioned, our anniversary, my husband and I wedding anniversary was Tuesday, but he had to go out of town and travel for work. He had to go to Austin just to drive. He didn't fly, but he was going to be gone Tuesday through Thursday for 2 nights. So we celebrated our anniversary Monday and we did gifts, and the gift he got me, I love, but I think it's more of a we gift. And he even said this. He goes, before I open it, he goes, it's kind of a we gift instead of a you gift. I'm like, oh, all right. Now, it is something I've been putting off for a really long time. We needed new bedding in the master bedroom in our bed. It's super old. It's got stains on it. I've tried to wash it out like our duvet and the sheets, same sheets, all the time. And I wouldn't, I was kind of looking for something, a different pattern, different color. And I don't know. I'm not really cheap. I'm just kind of frugal, and I also have a hard time making decisions as far as big ones like that because bedding's not cheap. And deciding on colors and and my husband's really, really good at decorating and doing stuff like that. So y'all, I got new bedding for our bed, which he left, and I had to go wash all these things and make a bed. So that wasn't fun. That's probably my least favorite household chore to do is changing a bed out and putting new sheets on. Oh, I sweat when I do it, y'all. Let me know if you're the same way. Actually, let me know down in the comments. That's going to be a question for the video. Let me know what's your least favorite household duty. Well, not duty, but chore. Yes, let me know what yours least, because mine is probably, I don't like dishes. I don't like laundry, but changing the sheets on the bed, no. So, but I love them. So I opened that up, and then, of course, he got me a better gift than I got him. He's a really good gift giver. And I'm always so lame, y'all. So I got him, so he loves the 49ers, the football team. So I got him a really, really cool 49ers coffee cup. And then I got him, because he travels, I got him a little travel toiletry bag from Yeti, like a Yeti branded one. So that's what I got him. And he got me all this new bedding. I was like, oh my gosh. So again, it was kind of one-sided. He got me stuff more than I got him, but my gifts to him were you gifts, right? Not we gifts. So let's see. So he told me we'd go out to dinner Monday night. I didn't know where, I didn't know what time. I was like, okay. He was on conference calls till about 6:30. And finally he comes out of his office and he's like, so I made dinner reservations for 7:30 at a steak place. And at this point I have, y'all, I'm not kidding you. I had a baseball cap on. my hair was not washed. I had a hoodie on, leggings. I was not ready to go to a steakhouse. And I looked at him and I kind of did the like look at me type of thing. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you have an hour. And I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. So I frantically, I didn't take a shower. I didn't wash my hair. I didn't have time. I was like, okay, I'm just going to take off the baseball cap, throw on a headband, right? Because wasn't really washed. Just threw on a fancy headband. So I put this gold headband on, threw on some jeans and like a nice shirt, like a silky shirt. And then some little loafers, like little slip-ons. Yeah, and then I put makeup on. But I made it happen. Did it. We went to dinner. It was really, really good. This place has they have these like pickles that they bring out, these like bread and butter pickles. They're sweet, but they're kind of spicy. Really, really good. And I got a wedge salad, and they brought out bread, and we had a good bottle of wine. And because we weren't sure about getting a bottle because my husband's not a drinker. And as soon as the guy was like, oh, well, you can take it home, whatever you don't finish. We're like, sold. So we took our wine home, but they gave us, let's see, my husband got a steak. Yeah, I did not. I'm not a huge meat. I mean, I eat meat, but I'd prefer like the sides, right? I'm all about the cream corn, the mashed potatoes, the bread, the salad, like all that stuff. And I wasn't feeling steak, so I got pork chops. They were quite tasty. They were like in this glaze, this barbecue something or other. It was really, really good. So got those. And then because it was our anniversary, they brought us out a chocolate cake, complimentary. Now my husband's gluten-free. So he kind of looked at them and he goes, oh, thanks. But he's like, can I bring, I'll bring 2 forks, 2 plates. He's like, my husband's like, oh, I can't have that. I'm gluten-free. And the waiter stops and he looks at him and he goes, sir, the cream corn was not gluten-free. And my husband had cream corn. And we both looked at each other and we're like, oh my gosh, you're in trouble. The waiter's like, I'm so sorry. And he was like apologizing. And we're like, no, we never told you he was gluten-free. And I looked at my husband because he always normally asks and says things. I'm like, why didn't you say anything? He goes, well, I didn't think anything was going to have gluten in it. He goes, I have about like T minus like 30 minutes before things are going to get bad. I was like, uh-oh. So all was good though. All was good. He must not have had very much. He said he didn't finish them. So, whew, good thing. He wasn't like loving them. So maybe that's why, because they had gluten in them. It's like his body knew. But we brought home the chocolate cake. I think it's still in the fridge. No one ate it. I took a bite, but it was kind of just a dry, it was like a birthday cake, just a chocolate cake. I'm not a big like birthday cake person. Now, if it would have been like tiramisu or creme brulee or carrot cake, something like that, I would have definitely eaten it. But wasn't feeling it. So let's see, got home about 9:30, which was kind of late because Lou normally goes to bed at 9. So she kind of went to bed late that night and he needed to pack for his trip. So he left super, super early Tuesday morning. And then Ryan and I went to Hobby Lobby. And if y'all saw my last video before this one, it was a shopping with Shay and Ryan. I haven't done a shopping with Shay in a while. I like to do them periodically just to kind of change it up and have some fun. So I did a shopping with Shay. And we, went to Hobby Lobby, went to Dollar Store. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already. It was a fun kind of, lighthearted video, just something fun. So we had a great time. We did that. And then we went to lunch after. We went and had pho, which is Vietnamese soup. So we're just like loving, we've gone to Popeyes. We're eating out a lot. We're having our time together during the day and going shopping and having lunch. So he's really fun to hang out with. So we did that on Tuesday. And then let's see, Wednesday, so yesterday for us, I had to go look for Halloween costumes with Lou's friend that she's going to go trick-or-treating with and the mom. And I don't even know the mom's name, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got her number on my phone and it's just like the little girl's name and it says her mom. I don't even know her name. So we were going to meet there in the afternoon after they got out of school. We were going to meet there for to go look at costumes together. And it's called Spirit Halloween Store. And it's like 2 levels of tons of Halloween costumes. So that was our plan. Well, the mom contacts me about 30 minutes before telling me that their car is not starting. And she was asking if I could pick them up at their house and give them a ride. She goes, or we can just reschedule it for another day. Well, Lou was super, super excited and looking forward to, shopping for a Halloween costume. I was like, no, we can come get you. They don't live very far because our kids are in the same class. I mean, they're close to us. So we went and picked them up. It was a little awkward. I kind of have some social anxiety, especially with someone I don't know. So it was kind of weird. She sat in the front seat with me and I thought, oh my gosh, what are we going to talk about? So I don't know, but we got through it. It wasn't very far from where we were. Hold on one sec. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I know it was just a sec for y'all, but my husband called, so I had to answer. He's driving home. So we were just catching up, and I said, I'll try to have this done before you get home. He said, I'll be home in about 25 minutes. I'm like, okay, I got about 20 minutes left. I said, but if I'm talking when you get home, I'll be done soon after. So, ooh, excuse you, Jasper. Y'all, that was not me. Or Margot, who's licking? Jasper, stop licking. It's so disgusting, y'all, when dogs like slurp. Ugh. I don't like it. All right, so we're talking about the Halloween store, I think is where we left off. Yeah, so we went in and we really, really lucked out, y'all, because, you know, normally you never know, right? Either the girls aren't going to be able to agree on something because they wanted to be identical costumes. They wanted to be, and they already knew, so we went and we had to find a specific costume. They went in with the idea of they wanted to be a creepy clown, like a creepy, scary clown girl. So I was like, are they even going to have that kind of costume? Y'all, this place was pretty impressive. So if you have a Spirit Halloween store around you, what they do is they just kind of set up a temporary storefront. They just use an empty building every year, and then they just, you know, take it down after Halloween. But pretty impressive. They had a lot of costumes, a little on the pricier side, but looking at the costume, it's made well, and it's not like super cheap looking. So, you know, she might be able to wear it again. But go there, they find the clown section, and they're looking in the adults because Lou's, you know, an adult small, adult medium right now. The other little girl is she's a little more petite. She's tall, but she's a little bit thinner. And I thought, oh, I don't know, because they're not going to have the same costumes in the kid versus the adults. So we go over, they find one they like, and it's not gory or anything. So I kind of liked it. They're going to make it kind of creepy, but they're going to add blood and the whole deal. But they had a clown costume for a woman, and they had 2 bags hanging up. And I was like, oh no, this is not good. They only have 2, and I couldn't see the sizes because they were up really high. And I thought, oh, this isn't going to work out. What are we going to do now? We're going to have to go to another store. I'm going to have to drive this lady somewhere else. And y'all, I did not want to go anywhere else. Plus, I wanted to go home and make dinner and the whole thing. So I pulled the bags down, and get this, y'all. I can't believe it. It was an adult small, which the mom said it was going to work for her daughter because she pulled it out of the bag and looked at it. They didn't have any dressing rooms. But the girl said that worked there, she said you can just try them on over your clothes. And then Lou, they had an adult medium that would fit her. So just like it was meant to be. Cute little outfit. It's like got a little, it's all bright colors, and it's got a cute little skirt and a top, and it's got like striped like knee highs, and really, really cute. So yeah, and they bought, they're going to do some makeup. Yeah. So the plan is, the mother was saying this in the car, or while the girls were shopping. It was a little awkward. Like I said, we're just kind of standing around, and we don't really have anything in common, and I don't really know this lady very well, but I was trying to just have small talk. It's like, so it's been really nice out lately, talking about the weather. And then she said, so our plans for Halloween, would y'all like to come over before we go trick-or-treating and have pizza? I was like, sure. So we're going to go over there and have dinner beforehand, and then we're going to go trick-or-treating with the girls. So I'm going to get to know this mom, it sounds like. I mean, we're going to be spending some time together. Super nice. It just, I don't know. She's kind of quiet too, I think. So she wasn't really saying too much. So I'm thinking, does she not like me? You just overanalyze everything sometimes. So, but needless to say, mission accomplished, y'all. We got the Halloween costume. And I told Lou when I was buying it at the register, I'm like, you can't change your mind, okay? And then the girl at the register that works there, she's like, oh, she can till the 21st. I was like, nope, we're not doing this anymore. This is the costume. So we got home, and she's like, I'm going to try it on. I'm like, yes, please, because we have till the 21st if it doesn't fit. And sure enough, it fits. She goes, it's a little itchy. I'm like, yeah, these Halloween costumes can be itchy. We'll need to, she said the neck was itchy. And I thought, well, she could wear a turtleneck, but it's not that cold out. So I don't know what we're going to do about the neck. I'm not sure. Maybe like a little dicky, like a little like fake turtleneck, like just the neck part. I'm not sure. So we'll have to figure it out. But she said it was itchy around the neck. So got the costume. Check. And let's see. I was going to make dinner last night because I had some meat thawed out. But we left there about 5:30 or so. And Lou was like, I'm hungry. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't feel like making dinner. So we went to Cane's and got some food, got dinner for everybody. And then, yeah, so I was happy that we got the Halloween costume. Really, really super happy about that. And that's like, one thing I don't have to worry about anymore. I can check that off the list. All right, y'all, I need a new color. Oh, she's got some blue in her hair. She's looking good. This girl's looking good. This witch. I need to name her. I've been working on her for a while now. Let's see. I'm going to go with another blue. I'm kind of doing the shades of blue. We're going to go with 336. So what else, y'all? All right. So that was last night. And then this morning was a little busy because, Ryan had to be, so Lou had to be at school at 7:45. And then Ryan and I had to be at the facility, his program, we had to be there at 8:15. And he has to bring a lunch every day. So when I made Lou's lunch this morning, I just made 2. Like I made 2 peanut butter jellies. It was like a little assembly line. So I made 2 lunches. And he got his laptop and everything because he needs his Chromebook because he's going to take that and do school online. So him and I went there and I was just talking to, my husband, and he's like, well, how do you think it went? I'm like, I think it's going to be good, but I don't know. I don't know until he needs to tell me what he thinks. So I'm curious to see how the day goes and what he thinks. We were waiting in the waiting room and there were some interesting kids coming in and out of there. I'm not going to lie. Very interesting. I mean, I feel really, really bad. All these kids are, struggling with something and just feel really bad for them. It's got to be so hard, But, and so I was like, I don't know if this is a place for him. I'm not sure. But once they took us back and we talked to the nurse, he was really cool. They had a male nurse and he just kind of took his vitals, and we were happy to see that his weight has gone up. He's now and of course he had like sweatpants and, a sweatshirt and his tennis shoes on, but he's at 129. So we're happy because he's a little on the thinner side and he hasn't been eating like he should have. And the nurse was asking him about that. He's like, why were you, was there a reason why? Was it body image? Was it, he's like, no, I just wasn't feeling hungry. So I don't know if that was like depression, maybe getting high. I don't know. But I'm glad that that's being addressed, and he's been eating a lot more and doing a lot better. So, yep. So let's see. They weighed him, did all that. I left. So I have to go pick him up at 3:15. And Lou is going to walk home from school. She's walking home from now on. It's nice out. She's got a friend to walk with that lives in the neighborhood. So that's kind of one less thing I have to worry about, which I'm glad. And then Nate's now driving himself to school. So y'all, everyone's kind of chipping in and making it, where I can just kind of focus on Ryan a little bit, but I have to make sure I'm not ignoring the other 2 or my husband, gotta talk to, gotta just, make sure everyone's okay. So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. I think that was it for, I forgot to tell y'all something else. Oh my gosh, get this. This is crazy. All right. So yesterday, Ryan and I were home. Everybody else was gone. And I was going to take some trash out. We've got trash cans in the backyard on the side of the house. And we do have a pool in the backyard. So I was walking around the pool, heading towards around the back on the side. And Margot followed me outside. She came out there with me. Jasper stayed in. And so I closed the door behind her. And so we were walking outside together. All of a sudden, I hear a splash in the water. Now, Jasper goes in the pool, but Margot does not. And I thought maybe Margot fell in. I look over and there is a big old bunny swimming frantically, freaking out in the pool. Margot and she was like, trying to get it. And this poor bunny was like swimming from shallow end to the deep end, trying to get out. I screamed for Ryan, and he's in the living room, like right inside where I'm at. And I'm screaming for him because I wanted to see if he could grab Margot, because I was getting the net because I was going to try to scoop the bunny out and get him out of the water and save him. So I was like, Ryan, I was like screaming his name. I came in and told him everything that happened. He was like, what? I was like, well, you did not hear me screaming? He's like, no. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, what happened was the poor bunny, it didn't even look like a bunny. It looked like a sea otter. Y'all, it was so crazy because it was all wet and they can swim. I guess, if you need to, you can, right? If you got to, survival, right? So, and Margot's like following it around on the edge of the pool and it's like afraid to get out near her. Well, thank God, right when I grabbed the pool net and I was just about to scoop it up, it found its place in the pool in a little step and it was able to get out on its own. Next thing you know, this wet bunny is frantically running past me. Like he almost ran into me trying to go out the backyard, and then Margot runs past me. She's chasing it. And I'm like, what is happening? So of course I had dropped the trash, you know, I never even made it to the trash can. But y'all, it was so crazy. And like I said, I walk in and Ryan's just chilling watching TV. And I was like, dude, you're not going to believe what just happened. He's like, what? Like, oh my gosh, there was some drama out there. And y'all, I didn't want to have a dead bunny in our pool, you know, but I'm glad I didn't have to scoop it out because I don't know if it would have let me. I don't know if it would have been too heavy with the net. I don't know. I'm just glad it found its way out. And that poor bunny was like, I'm out of here. It was like gone. So that was a little bit of drama. Yeah, that was a little bit of excitement out in the backyard. You never know what you're going to find. We have bobcats out there, squirrels, birds. You know, the dogs are always, you know, rats and frogs and all kinds of stuff. It's like a little wilderness, like a little jungle back there. So yeah, that's kind of what's been happening this week. Let's see. Let's talk about things that are coming up. Okay, so we've talked about, you know, things that have happened this past week. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. I got a message from Michael at Craftibly. He's like, what you doing this weekend? I was like, ooh, they need me. They need help. So I'm going to go there on Saturday and help them out. They've got something in the works. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know if it's public knowledge or if they want me to say anything. So I'm going to hold off. I'll film a little something for my Patreons probably. And yeah, so I'm going to go there Saturday, help them out. And then Sunday, I have a guest. Sunday. I have a guest and I don't know her very well. And I'm looking forward to getting to know her better. I've been following her channel and it is Hannah. Her name's Hannah and her channel name is The Sparkling Spectrumite. So yes, please come join us on Sunday. My lives are at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time and they're always a lot of fun. So I love having guests. And like I said, that's kind of been I don't know how it kind of just started happening, but and I'm now getting messages from creators that are new to the scene and they're not asking me to be on my lives, which they could, but they're actually asking me for advice and asking me if I would look at their channel. So it's weird. It feels weird because I don't know. I don't think I have the answers, but one person just reached out to me a couple days ago and she's like, I heard that you help new creators out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm okay with having that as my thing. I totally love that. And I want to give back to the community and it just kind of happened that way. And I'm glad that it's become my thing, y'all. I love it. I love getting to know all these new people and I love introducing them to you guys if you don't know them already. So yeah, definitely join my live on Sunday. And am I finished with that color? Yo, look at all the blue. She's looking good. I'm really getting her. I'm almost finished with her hair. I just have to do this, a little bit of 310 right here, and then just some outline, a little bit of color blocking right here. That'll go pretty quick. But yeah, so I don't know how long we've been going. Oh, I want to make sure it's still filming. I didn't see it moving. And I was like, oh my gosh, it hasn't even been filming this whole time. But what else is going on, y'all? I think that's it. So Craftibly Saturday. Y'all let me know if you have any plans for this weekend. Let me know what you're up to. And hopefully, the weather is nice where you are and you're enjoying some fall weather. I know some folks in California are still getting a lot of heat. And we're actually going to be bumping back up to the 80s, like I said. So that's kind of a bummer. But I actually prefer the hot versus the cold. I know. Don't come for me. But I actually do. I don't like to be super cold. But like right now, I don't know if y'all can see, but I have like a black sweater on. I have like 2 layers on. I have jeans. So it's kind of crazy. Yep, to be wearing jeans. They're not as comfortable as leggings, but sometimes you got to put pants on, right? Because I had somewhere to go today. Even Lou looked at me this morning because I'm normally in my pajamas when I take her to school, and she saw that I was dressed. She's like, why do you have clothes on? I was like, because I have somewhere to go. She's like, oh. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. My husband's going to be home in just a minute if he's not already home. So I haven't seen him in a couple days. So I'm going to let y'all go. And yeah, please let me know how you are. Let me know if y'all need anything. If you have not subscribed, I'd love to have you. I really would. I'd love for y'all to join me and, just go on this journey with me and just keep following us. We're just following each other and just getting to know each other better. So that's what it's all about, is community. And I would love to have you guys. If you enjoyed this video, the thumbs up always help. So if y'all want to give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And let's see, subscribe. You gotta do all the YouTube-y things, right? And then, yeah, leave me a comment. And then after you hit the subscribe button, if you're new, there's a notification bell right next to the subscribe button. Click on that and then click all, and then you'll get notified whenever I post up any new videos. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, and y'all have a great week. Have a good weekend, and love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.